Hey everyone, it's Laura Bray at Lauragram NYC on Instagram here in Murray Hill, Manhattan at the iconic 2nd Avenue Deli. I'm super excited to eat some of my favorite Jewish food, so let's go in and check it out. So I'm here inside 2nd Avenue Deli, the historic 2nd Avenue Deli, with manager Steve Cohen, who's been here a little while.
A long time. It was probably 42 years ago. It was a Tuesday. I walked in here and I made a mistake. Whatever.
So, will you tell us, I mentioned that this is a historic kosher deli. Will you tell us more about the history of the deli when you've been open and
Sure.
all of that?
It started originally in 1954. Started by a gentleman named Abe Lewall, who was from Kazakhstan, which is a satellite basically of Russia. And he came to New York with $1 and a dream. He didn't have the dollar, so he had the dream. And he opened a small, he was a soda jerk in Coney Island. Then he came to New York. He opened the deli with 2 other partners. It was a 5-seat counter. And over the years, it expanded, and became the 2nd Avenue Deli that people knew as 2nd Avenue corner of 10th Street. And then in 2006, we were paying rent, and the rent was going to go up. So we were going to have to put a lot of money into the infrastructure. So we moved here, which is on 33rd and between 3rd and Lexington. And we have a second location on 75th and 1st. And here we are. So we've gone through some changes through the years.
A little bit. So, I mean, this location is almost 20 years old now. So there's not so many kosher delis in New York anymore. You're one of them. So will you tell us more about, the kosher cuisine and kind of all about the food that people can enjoy when they come here?
Well, it's based upon Eastern European. We are kosher, so there's no dairy, there's no cheese, no cream cheese, no milk for the coffee. We have non-dairy creamer. We have tofu cream cheese. So you can enjoy corned beef, pastrami. We have matzo ball soup, mushroom barley soup, pea soup. We actually have novi, and we have matzo brie and some stuff that you used to have when you were a child. People I see eating a derma, which is called kishka, derma. It's an old recipe. Most people, if I see somebody eating it here, I always walk over to them and say, pardon me, are you enjoying it? When's the last time you had it? And they'll say 30, 40 years ago, whatever. So it's unique cuisine to kosher style. We are strictly kosher, so we do not, again, have any kind of dairy.
Can my mother get noodle kugel here?
I would love your mother to have some noodle kugel. She'll enjoy it very much. And you can have anybody come and try it. And I really enjoy serving people. And, the greatest compliment I get when people leave is that, oh, it's just like I remember it. That to me is the greatest compliment you can ever have. And when people come here, you can be entertained by people or you can be assaulted by people. If you like people, you're entertained by people. So you have to look at it that way.
And this is exactly why 2nd Avenue Deli is an iconic New York institution. The consistency and the fact that people can come here 50 years ago and today and it still tastes the same.
You want me to get a regular bowl?
No.
Huh?
Oh no. No, this is great. Thank you so much. Oh.
This is a pastrami sandwich.
Oh, delish.
Pastrami loose,
Ooh. I like it loose. The matzo ball is super light and fluffy, just like my aunt used to make at home. And the fresh dill on top really makes it nostalgic for me, especially. It's perfect Jewish penicillin. Classic.
Nice, huh?
Looks delicious.
Gorgeous.
I'm gonna make myself a
Gorgeous.
little sandwich.
Huh? Yeah, sure. I gave you bread, didn't I? Did I give you bread here?
Yeah, it's right there. Thank you
You
so
want gravy
much.
or something?
No. This doesn't need anything. Okay, so here we have their fresh challah, another staple of kosher and Jewish delis, and of course their fresh rye. Okay, I'm gonna make a little brisket sandwich. It is so tender and juicy and fresh. It's just perfect.
There's different kinds of meats. There's extra lean, there's lean meat, and there's juicy meat. Of course, juicy tastes better. So I want you to taste the juicy.
So wait, is
and
that
the lean.
is this one the lean
That's a
one?
pastrami. No,
Oh.
that's regular.
So this is
No, neither one. I'm
Oh.
giving you pastrami. I gave you all regular. The corned beef just to try regular and lean.
Oh, okay.
And regular has more of a taste because it's unfortunately it's fat.
So Steve, I want to thank you so much for having Flavors of New York stop by 2nd Avenue Deli and telling us a little bit about your history with the deli and the history of the deli itself.
I appreciate you coming, and I always like talking to people. I always like talking about the deli, and you know, I'm proud of it. You know, a little longer than I thought I might stay, but it's been fine. It's been a good ride. Long, strange trip it's been, so to speak.
It's definitely people like you that make it so special and
Thank you so much.
nostalgic. So, thank you again.
Thank
This
you.
is Laura Bray at LauraGram NYC on Instagram, here for Flavors of New York at the iconic 2nd Avenue Deli.